Hiya. Today I'm doing some flooring in the loft and it's about 30 degrees outside and it's like working in the devil's armpit. So I haven't got any overalls on, just vest top, pair of shorts and currently sweating cobs. So what I'm basically doing is putting some flooring in, and in order to put the flooring in I've had to make, I'll put this down here, make the floor as level as possible. And I'm just about to put frame in, and the frame is 2 by 6 inches bits of wood, and that's basically to raise the level high enough that I can get the it's so hot in here. It's to raise the level high enough so I can get the insulation in between, and then on top of that I've got 18mm thick by 120 by 2 foot lengths of like a MDF tongue and groove chipboard. So I've already levelled it out, and I did that a few weeks ago, just so we could get some people up here to do some work on the bathroom. And what I plan on doing now is fixing the frame in and then laying the actual boards on top of that, fixing those to the frame. So what I do is pop this on a tripod now, hopefully in a good area. You see how I fix the frame. What I'll be doing is spiking it with some long screws, probably about 3 inches long maybe, and then fixing the tongue and groove on top of the frame. And once I've filled it with the awful itchy insulation stuff, I've kind of stacked it up around the edges there. It's also in boxes over in this corner, and the rest of the garage is looking like a bit of a shit tip. The rest of the garage, so hot in here I can't even think. The rest of the attic is looking like a shit tip, basically because I've had to kind of pile everything just to be able to give myself some working space to be able to get this all in. So equipment that I'm using, drill. Annoyingly, my cordless drill has died. Neither of the batteries are working. I've got a feeling it's the cold weather that we had back in April that probably killed the batteries, because it was like minus temperatures. I probably should have bought it in from the garage. Didn't think about it at the time though. Typically when I go to use it, it's not working, so I need to use the corded, which is a bit of a pain, but it's got plenty of power in it. So corded drill, plenty of chipboard screws. I got 2-inch ones and 3-inch ones. 2-inch ones are for the actual sort of floor itself, and the 3-inch ones are for spiking the frame. I've checked where the electricity is running. A few areas I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly confident I'm not going to electrocute myself, I hope. And I've marked out, it's probably a bit difficult to see, but I've actually marked out where these joists are going across the ceiling to be able to spike into them. Other bits I've got include a screwdriver and screwdriver bits. Got an extra light up here, a mask for when I'm handling the insulation, and gloves, some work gloves and some old motorbike gloves as well, because I just find them a bit more comfortable actually than the working gloves. And what better way to use old motorbike gloves than for like DIY and gardening and stuff. In fact, they're really great for gardening in the winter because they're so much warmer. So what I'm going to do is get this camera on a tripod set up somewhere, trying to see if there's some space, and get to it. So sweating cobs, like I say. I'm not sure it's a good look. And this is probably about 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon. So really the heat, the heat of the day, it's not as hot as it was earlier. But yeah, it's still, I mean, it's just really close up here. There's no ventilation or anything, which is, part of it is really because there's so much crap, for instance, like here where I've had to put all the insulation, back it up against the side of the edges, it's stopping any air from coming up under the eaves. But anyway, needs must, get this done. Be great when there's an actual good bit of solid floor in there that I can like put loads of shit on, basically. So get to it.